If you are a recent graduate or someone who has been in the job market for a while, and you cannot figure out why your applications are going nowhere, I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to say, because this is the most important thing you will ever learn about how hiring actually works in this country, and nobody in school ever taught you this. Not your professors, not your career counselor, not anyone. The way most people think about job applications is completely wrong. They think the process works like this. You apply, a recruiter reads your resume, they decide if you are a good fit, and if you are, they call you in for an interview. That is not what happens. That is not even close to what happens. And understanding the difference between what you think is happening and what is actually happening is the reason some people get flooded with interview requests, while others send out hundreds of applications and hear absolutely nothing. Here is the reality. Before any human being ever touches your resume, it goes through an automated filter system called an applicant tracking system. This software exists at virtually every major company, and its entire job is to scan your resume and decide whether you are worth a human's time before a human ever gets involved. It does this by comparing your resume word by word against the job posting, and if your resume does not closely match the exact language of that posting, the system scores you low and filters you out automatically. No recruiter sees your resume. No hiring manager reviews your background. You just get eliminated before the process even really begins. Now, before I go any further, I want to tell you about Reventt, because it is the fastest solution to everything I'm about to explain. Reventt is a resume builder where you paste any job description, and it automatically rewrites your entire resume to match the exact language needed to get past the filter system, every section, every bullet point, rewritten in seconds to match that specific role. Not a generic resume. A fully tailored one built specifically to pass the filters for that exact job, and it also gives you an instant resume score that tells you exactly what percentage match your resume is to the job description you are applying for. So before you even hit submit, you know whether your resume has a high chance of passing the filters or whether it is going to get rejected automatically. No more guessing, no more applying blind. You know your odds before you apply. The link is in the description. Now let me show you exactly how deep this problem goes. Here is what really gets people. The filter system is not evaluating your potential. It is not reading between the lines. It is not making any kind of judgment about whether you would actually be good at the job. It is doing one thing, and one thing only. It is checking whether the words on your resume match the words in the job posting, and it is doing this check in the most literal way possible. If the job posting says budget forecasting and your resume says managed financial projections, those mean the same thing to any human being with common sense. But to the filter system, they are completely different phrases, and your resume gets a lower score if the posting says agile methodology and you wrote worked in fast-paced iterative environments. Same problem, lower score, filtered out, done. The recruiter never even knew you applied. And what is really brutal about this is that most people who are getting filtered out are completely qualified for the jobs they are applying to. They have the right experience, they have the right skills, they have the right background, but because their resume was not written in the exact language the filter system was looking for, they never got a chance to show any of it. All of that work, all of that experience, all of those years building your career, and it never reached a human because a piece of software decided your word choices were not close enough to the job posting. The response most people have when they keep getting rejected is to work harder on the wrong things, more time on their cover letter, more bullet points, more applications with the same resume. None of it fixes the actual problem because the actual problem is the language mismatch between their resume and the job postings they are applying to. The fix is tailoring your resume to match the exact language of each specific job posting, using their exact phrases, mirroring their terminology, and keeping your formatting completely plain so the filter system can actually read it. Now, I know what you are thinking. Doing all of this for every single application sounds exhausting, and it is if you are doing it manually. Most people spend an hour properly tailoring one resume. If you are applying to many jobs, that is a lot of time spent working every single week just rewriting the same resume over and over. This is exactly why Reventt exists. Paste the job description, get a fully tailored resume in seconds, and apply knowing your resume has the best possible chance of making it past the filters. The people getting interviews are not more qualified than you. They are just submitting resumes that the filter system approves. Reventt makes sure yours is one of them. Link is in the description. Stop letting a filter decide your future.